So, this campaign starts in the city of Crystal Harbour, set along the western shores of the Bay of Zemali, on a peninsula formed by the confluence of two rivers which draw their headwaters from high up in the Gilded Peaks. The Pearl of Zemali, as it is known to some, has a centuries-deep history as a center of arts, culture, and commerce. Although outside the immediate vicinity of Crystal Harbour, that history exists only in the hazy memories of the longer-lived species. Once a metropolitan city of global renown, Crystal Harbour now struggles to maintain modest regional significance. In the echoes of a war that was incredibly costly in both lives and coin, something happened which caused the straits connecting the Bay of Zemali to the larger ocean and the rest of the world beyond to become untraversable. Some believe it to be a powerful creature, some believe it to be magical in nature. Rumors of all varieties abound. The city financed a series of expeditions to ascertain the nature and remove whatever force prevents ships from sailing through the straits. However, none who ventured near enough to understand the nature of the hazard have returned. Eventually, money and willpower to counter this force dried up. None of the other regional powers had a particularly strong motivation to assist, as one of their biggest economic rivals suddenly was out of the picture, just so long as whatever it is in those straits stays there and leaves them alone. It's been over 150 years since the last ship set sail from Crystal Harbour destined for the open seas. The town has languished, forced to be content trading with the other small settlements along the bayshore. Recently, one Mr. Flynn Diabold, elven wizard and master of the Hall of Weave, has convinced the city's half-elven leader, Hale Stillwater, to lift the ban on the public practice of necromancy, so that undead could be used to both try and gather information on the nature of the threat in the straits and to supplement the local workforce on more menial and dangerous tasks in a limited experimental capacity. We enter Crystal Harbour just past twilight on a fall evening. Fresh, crisp air carrying the smell of salt off of the bay, and the first chill of the coming winter breezes through a market outside of the Hall of Wilds. Various hunters, fishers, and herbalists sell their takes here during the light hours. While most business is done for the day, there's one stall still open. Kaz, please introduce your character.
You see a very colorful and vibrant stall built with awnings. The awning made of various animal pelts sewn together with a very glittery thread, with incense sticks just stuck into the skull of various animal bones, wafting the scent of the forest around them. As you can see, amongst a few other halflings, a very energetic, enthusiastic young halfling called Anathamit, who is with an athletic build and toned muscle and shaggy, wild, long hair that's tied in a ponytail on the top of and then long lower half worn down, with the bandoliers and belt straps made of colorful feathers strewn together to make thick straps, covered in pockets and like holsters for potions and just bottles, and the sheath of a scimitar and a dagger that's worn on his leg with like these feather straps. On his waist, held together by these feather belts, is the pelt of a white blink dog worn like a half kilt. Every now and then, when the light hits it, like glitters various blues and purples, as the light just refracts up it very strangely. His boots are made from the same pelt, and underneath the straps, he wears a black crop top, sleeveless turtleneck made of a very thin black fabric, with trousers of the same material. And like on his arms, worn like a half coat, is a long purple and blue shawl that like covers or is wrapped around arms of these giant, or not, I say giant, he's very small. These black tattoo half big, a half these tattoos that like got most of his arm that are like solid black except for in certain spaces that are that like depict a night sky where like the spaces are empty. And you can just see them shouting and calling for shoppers as all the other stores are closing to ask if anyone wants to buy any of these fancy animal pelts, animal bones, or just wooden crafts that they have made, or his druidic people have made.
And your calls are actually let's go ahead and kick off the campaign with a hopefully low stakes roll. Why don't you make a performance check for your market crying for me?
Gosh, I wasn't ready to roll yet. I didn't take my dice out. Performance. 11. Not
terrible. Most of the people passing by seem to be more interested in heading home for the evening or out to whatever place they're going to attain their dinner from. But there is one older, well, I guess not for a gnome, older for any other species. A middle-aged gnome walks up to you. He's, Pelts, I haven't seen you at this stall before.
I'm new. Well, not new, but like, we do a thing where like we every cycle a new younger has to come and sell the wares. I'm this week's or this month, sorry.
Oh, you're with the druids from the south, aren't you?
Yes.
Oh yeah. And he'll just start asking you many questions about the nature of the pelts, where specifically they were caught and the methods by which they were taken. But while you're having that conversation with him, we pan out catty corner across the street, and we see Vix's character standing outside of the Hall of Weave, waiting for her friend Wade to exit the building for the evening.
You see a relatively tall, human-looking woman. She has dark skin and long blonde hair. It's kind of like pulled to the side with what looks to be like a gold clip, except there's like little paint chips kind of coming off of it, so it's definitely not real gold by any means. She has layered jewelry across her neck. All of it is gold. Her ears also have several piercings on them. She's wearing thick black makeup, and she has like a black streak going down the middle of her lips, and her whole like face just kind of seems to be like dotted with gold and white flecks of makeup that she's like strategically placed just so. She's wearing scale mail and a lot of gold jewelry on her wrists. Though, like, if you take a close look at what she's wearing, it seems like a lot of it is just for fashion. There's like a lot of gold adornments across her wrist, and she's wearing a very fashionable looking corset. Though if you like look at it closely, it's definitely made of proper leather and is fashioned to look a certain way that is aesthetically pleasing, but it is actually quite functional. She is wearing also like thigh-high boots and a skirt that is kind of hiked up at one side, and you can see that she's wearing black leggings underneath. All of her whole aesthetic is black and gold, and she's kind of fidgeting, not really impatient, but just like she is really enjoying the weather outside and just wants to get going. But she looks very pleasant, and she's just kind of smiling and looking around, waiting for Wade. Doesn't want to get going without him, and so she looks over her shoulder, trying to see if her friend is coming yet.
And you do not see your friend coming yet, but you do see a halfling shouting in the market, the one remaining stall open.
Cam just like, okay, we need to wait here, but it couldn't hurt. And she immediately takes off towards the halfling. Tries to like
bones, he shouts.
She approaches and kind of looks over his stall, just seeing if anything that he has for sale might catch her eye. She would be interested in anything that looked like glittery or shiny. She doesn't immediately say hello, though.
There is a few shiny things. You'll notice what is like sewn together has like very glittery threading, and like his pelt as well also glitters, and like what isn't black or white on his clothing is has like twinkles, like as if like it's got been admonished with like jewels or glitter.
So she's like looking over what he has available, but then it seems immediately caught up in him instead. And she leans down, like just completely invading your space, just examining the like fine workmanship on your clothing. That's quite beautiful. Did you
Thank
make
you.
this yourself?
I did actually. I did. Sewn everything by hand.
And the
There's a voice
threading.
break every now and then. Yes.
What is that made of?
Thread.
She lets out a giggle, but then she her eyes like go wide in wonder. Oh, look at this. And she kind of like pulls a piece of her own like the skirt around her waist and shows you that the threading is like coming out, and it's nothing special. It's just plain black. Do you think you could ever, I don't know, make me something that is a little bit more, well, like that? And she points at some of the like glistening sort of thread in your clothing. Is that something that you do?
Yes, we have some back in the forest. I might have some on me, and I start searching through my pockets for my sewing kit. It's not a lot, but like it's just the last spool. I could do my darndest.
Oh, but certainly not right now. I mean, it's getting.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's getting late. I mean, unless you wanted to.
I mean, I'm here. I mean, you could drop it off. You could collect it when I'm done. It won't take me long. I could finish it tonight, I think.
Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, I can't exactly take it off of me right now. That'd be a little bit embarrassing.
Sorry.
But wherever matters. And she like holds out her hand to you and says, "My name is Cam. What is your name?"
With both hands, he goes to grasp. They're very small.
Hers are large.
Oh, hello, Cam. I am Anatomit of the Hyliana Forest. Oh, to your common tongue is Ilathai. Sorry, my mistake. I used my accent.
Oh, even your name is beautiful.
Thank you. Your name is nice too. He says, very like embarrassed.
Thank you. Something special, but
my name is special. It's you. He points at you.
Oh, that's very kind of you to say. That's probably the nicest thing I've heard all day. You know, it's been a really long day at work, and where is? She turns her attention back to where she knows Wade to be coming from.
As you look around, we cut back across the street and we see Fowl's character, Wade, walking out of the front door of the Hall of Weave, which is a combination, like, think like a mage's guild and informal research institution. If there's it's like the seat of magical power in this city. After having just finished up some work for the day, you step out and you look around for your friend Cam, who's supposed to be meeting you here. Make a perception check for me.
Perception. Here we go. I rolled total of 7.
She was supposed to meet you right here, and she's a little bit scatterbrained sometimes, so maybe she's late, maybe she forgot, but Cam, you do look across the street and see your friend coming out of work and looking around somewhat puzzled.
What is it that I'm seeing?
Yes, please describe your character.
So you see a tall water genasi. Let me look at my description here. So he has some wavy green hair, sort of resembling like the color of seaweed, and dark blue skin, sort of like the water, because he's water genasi. Fairly nondescript looking, but he does have golden eyes, and he's wearing robes, from the hall. And he's just looking around, trying to see where his friend went, and he's lost.
So I feel like this conversation wasn't quiet, but it's been a long day then for Wade because she's like jingling, like moving her arms emphatically while telling this new person that their name is beautiful and that she loves their clothing. And she turns around and sees Wade mid-sentence, just kind of like cuts herself off in talking. And she goes, "Wade, over here. Hello. Am I not very noticeable?"
As well.
She's like waving you over now, like I have a new friend. Come meet them.
Wade is
I have a new friend too. Starts jumping up and down.
He's gonna start making his way over. Cam, there you are. I was looking. Where were you? You weren't where you usually are.
Well, I was waiting, and then I got. Well, there was something going on over here that I just needed to take a closer look at, and you were kind of taking forever. So, I mean, I was gonna come back. I wasn't gonna leave you or anything. I was curious, and this is my new friend. And she just kind of like gestures to the short person beside her.
Did you leave the stall, or are you still in this? Or...
No, she.
Oh yeah,
she's
then
like,
yeah. Hello.
My name is Wade. What is your name?
I gathered. My name's Anathamit of the Hylenia Forest. The Ilathai Forest, we use in your common tongue. And he goes to shake.
He's like bending down. Is there a nickname we can, like? I'm going to admit,
Anne is good, I guess. Anne works. How about Anath or Nate? Mitt? Nah. Many combinations.
I'll have to think on that.
It's all yours, my friend.
So, what do you got here?
I have animal bones. I have animal pelts. I have wares made from animal bones, and I have wares made from wood. And there's some stone things too.
What kind
They're
of
all
animal
lovely. I
bones
highly
do you
recommend.
have
Not to be biased,
there?
of course. What was it, sorry?
What kind of animal bones do you got?
Well, there's big cats, there's little cats, there's bears, there's birds, and there's fey creatures, fey beasts. Highly sought after fey beasts. We have fey creatures in our forest, after all.
And I do know that Flynn Diable's looking for some new, some exotic animal bones. I'll have to let him know. Maybe it'll help me get closer to it.
They are more than welcome to peruse. And if it helps to alleviate any potential ethical issues, the full beast is their bodies are fully used. There is nothing left to waste. We are very respectful towards the creatures of our forest. It's part of this new initiative that your towns actually has instilled in us. And I turn to like the elder, hoping I'm saying it right. I'm not like that. I'm
you turn
that I'm,
around
like, plugging.
You turn around expecting to see the elder behind you. They seem to have left you to your own devices.
Yes.
Have you lost a friend too? Are you okay?
I wouldn't say 100% friend, but yes, I have lost someone. The elder.
And at this point, can I have everybody make a perception check for me, please?
Okay.
Total of 15.
That is also a 15.
9.
9. Okay. So, Cam, Wade, you hear at approximately the same time, some sort of commotion off in the distance, almost coming from the bridge heading north over the river out of town, which you're fairly close to in this location. You, Anath, don't hear it immediately. You're looking around, calling out for the elder who is supposed to be training you and running this stall. But eventually it does get louder, and you do come to hear it as well. But I'm going to give Cam and Wade a chance to react to it first, if they choose to do so.
Cam, do you know what's going on over there? You were out here earlier than I was.
We don't see anything yet.
Not from this angle. You'd have to look around the side of the building to look around the corner to see down that street.
Okay. All right. So she goes, no, but it sounds like it might be exciting.
Oh, exciting!
Look at it.
I say.
Perhaps should we check it out?
Do you want to come, Aneth?
Of course. So anything exciting?
And-
Well, I got to close the store down first. Just give me a moment as I start breaking it down.
Right, there's this commotion. It sounds, now that it's getting closer, it sounds like feet, lots of feet. It's a galloping horse. It is people chasing after it. And while you're quickly putting the stall away, the two of you, Cam and Wade, see a horse run through the intersection and toward, almost straight into the door of the Hall of Weave, with a man slumped over on top of it, just sort of dragging the horse's reins chaotically as it charges through the town and crashes into a heap into the door. And you now can hear several other footfalls chasing after it as a small contingent of city guards are trying to catch up to it.
Would we know if it would be sort of frowned upon, law-wise, to interfere if we saw that town's guard were coming, or is it kind of people are allowed to get involved as long as they're not causing problems?
The town's guard generally accept all the help they can get. It's mostly a volunteer force.
I need to check this out. If he's heading towards the hall, this might be important for my work.
It looks like he could be hurt. She's going to make her way that way.
Same.
As that's happening, I'm fully focused on breaking down the store, and as I'm tying rope and folding things, I'm singing a song to remind myself how to do it, just so I'm in the right order, so I'm not forgetting anything. So you take the left rope off, and then you take the right rope off. You follow the awning, and you make sure there's no creases.
I was just imagining the Wendy's hot drinks wrap.
Oh yeah, well, when I said he's breaking it down,
yeah,
he's breaking it down. He's going.
Not gonna lie, I did think that you were like dancing.
Yeah, no, he's going.
He's gonna break it down.
Oh, he's getting into this. You could say
Yeah,
he's
like
getting
that.
jiggy with it.
Yeah, the guards are still a little bit of a ways away. Man on an out-of-control horse is a little bit faster than some guards, and you are closer and will definitely be able to get to this man before them if you choose to do so.
Yeah, choose to do so.
All right.
Could I at all try to gauge like the reaction of the incoming crowd? Like, is this gonna be a dangerous situation, or is there like concern happening?
Make an insight check for me, please.
I would love to. I think I'm actually okay at that. And I rolled a 20.
Oh yeah,
So-
you're able to tell very quickly, even at this distance. The guards are chasing after this man, most likely because he appeared injured. They don't have any of their weapons out. They're not blowing any whistles to raise alarm. You would infer that it's not any immediate hazard to your person.
Okay, then yeah, she's gonna kind of pick up her pace then, and she's going to be ready to healing word this person.
So let's see. Yeah, the horse fabulously failed its dexterity saving throw and crashes into the door, throwing this guy from his back, from the back of it. And okay, the horse is still alive but badly injured from that.
Oh no, the person or the horse? Who do I have?
The horse very quickly after running into the door, like gets itself back to its feet and just like tears off in one direction down the street. You may react to that if you wish, but it seems to get away if you don't try and do anything.
Does
Oh,
it
you
look
try
like a...
something?
Go ahead.
Would I be able to try something?
Yeah.
When and seeing everyone's left me, I would make my way towards the commotion. And seeing the horse, is it dying towards me or away from me?
It would be like, so if you're looking straight on, it'd be like darting across your field of vision, perpendicular.
Or he would have a heart attack on the spot. He is going to try and cast animal friendship on it.
All right.
He would just outstretch his hand, reaching out for it, and his black tattoos will start, or like the spaces on his tattoos would start glowing white as like starlight shines from them, and he's gonna just try and forge a connection with the horse. So if I put this in chat, it lets me convince a beast that there's no we don't mean it harm, and as long as I can see within 30 range, it can and as long as it can see me, it'll hit or hear me. I'll be able to connect.
It needs.
This will succeed on wisdom save. Sorry, my mistake. DC 13.
Horses, surprisingly wise.
White horse.
That is going to be a 10. So that is a failure for the horse.
Excellent. There, horsey. There.
Yeah. It starts, it crashes into this building, throws its rider from its back, and starts like bucking and starting to tear off in a direction. And you hold your hands up and cast your spell on it, forging a connection with this creature. And it seems to be actually make me an animal handling check with advantage from the spell.
I'm good on this.
Can you speak with animals? Yeah.
I don't think so. I'm only level 3.
Yeah.
I kept confusing myself. Did I pick Firbolg or Halfling?
Right.
Oh. With my advantage, I got 16. With the lowest roll I got was 5.
Yeah.
But I'd be making my way towards the horse and just trying to like just calm it down by stroking it and just constantly just telling it it's okay. It's okay.
You're able to calm it with relatively little difficulty, being very well practiced at dealing with animals. With Val, you sounded like you had something you wanted to do.
I was staring at the horse, watching Anne do all of this. You know, I was trying to figure out, is this horse important enough to stop? And then by that time, you know, it's already stopped. So, after that, I guess I'm gonna see that, you know, that's all handled. I'm gonna go check on the rider. I imagine Cam is headed that way to cast her magics.
Yeah. Cam would have tried to approach the rider and just kind of scanning over them to see what it is, if there's anything like immediately visible to her that might be the issue. But like at the same time, she kind of just kneels down next to them. They're on the ground, right?
They're on the ground, unmoving.
Yeah. So she kneels down next to them and she just kind of like, as she's searching around for any visible signs of any wounds or anything like that, she is also going to say, all right, now, friend, just feel better. And she's going to cast Healing Word and give them something. Be great if I knew where the heck that roll went.
Into the roll void.
Yeah, I don't know where the heck it went.
Dice are like guitar picks, apparently. They'll just disappear.
I don't know where it's going. You know what? I'll just cast. I'll roll a d4 here, and we'll call it that. To everyone. So that is not great. That's I rolled a 1. Plus 4, I believe. Wait. Yeah, plus 4. So 5 hit points.
You speak those soothing words to this gentleman, and you hear him take in a sharp breath while you're looking him over for wounds. It is very apparent that this man is severely wounded and not just from being thrown by a horse. You can make a medicine check for me if you would like to do so.
Yes, I would.
Can I help you? Do you need help, Cam?
Yes, that would be great. Just kind of, she's just gonna kind of like get, can you check to see if there's anything else wrong with him? And,
Yeah. So
I'll
make
roll
that.
with advantage.
I'll help investigate the wounds.
And, so not great. 13?
Total?
Think so. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not quite sure what could make some sort of wound like this, but there is very clear there's what appears to be a claw wound in this man's side, like on his, like the side of his stomach.
She's gonna immediately show that to Wade. Do you know what could have caused this?
Would that be like a separate check?
Yeah.
Would Wade know?
Wade can make me either a nature or let's say religion check.
Both the same. Let's see what I say. 15.
15. You're not aware. Was that nature or I know they're not the same, but it will flavor how I
Say nature.
You're not aware of any creatures that live in the area that would make a wound this size. It's too shallow to be something like a bear. It's too big to be something like a cat. You know, when you're looking it over, it's about the size of your hand.
Would I be able to make my way over with the horse?
So yeah, so you can walk up, you know, with the horse, dragging the horse by the reins. It's
What seems to be the issue, my friends?
You said it's about the size of like a humanoid hand, right?
like a medium-sized human type creature hand.
How grotesque is the wound? Sorry.
How do you mean grotesque?
Is it just very damaged, I would say, and like is it like messy?
It's a little messy. It looks like you got some dirt. There's some dirt in it. There's some stuff that stuck to it when he got thrown from the horse, but it doesn't look like gangrenous or infected in any way. It looks relatively fresh.
My boy would still act very surprised and in fear. Oh my god!
I think he's going to be okay. Don't
Yes,
worry.
I'll make my way over. I sniff the wound.
What are you investigating for with your wound
I
sniff?
would like to, because I assume we're investigating what caused the attack. I would like to, because I see Wade judging the size of the paw. I feel I might have some expertise.
Yeah.
Of this, being from the forest.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a nature check if you would like to.
What?
I got 10.
Oh, 10,
10?
that's fine. Yeah, you know.
I was hoping for higher.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. You think about it for a moment, and you're, racking your brain. It's a little bit stressful, the current situation, but you cannot think of any creature that lives in the forest that you were from that would make such a wound.
Okay.
You're, maybe, he came down from the north. There's more woods up there. Maybe there's something different that lives up there, but it is not one of the regular forest. You're definitive that it is not one of the regular forest creatures with which you are familiar.
I ain't got a clue, sorry.
Cam,
Yes.
I'm sure I patched this up.
do you think maybe like a zombie or something could have done this?
Excuse me?
Well, I mean, it's about the size of my hand, right?
Is that what they do? They
zombie?
swipe with their hands?
I mean, they attack somehow, right? They're
So
just,
I will add that with the recent introduction of necromancy, so far, at least to your knowledge and yours as well, Wade, the only sort of undead that have been raised have been like skeletal type.
skeleton, maybe? Hand, that's about the size of our hand, right? Could swipe at someone.
As you're
That's
saying,
all I can
skeleton,
think
I
of.
open my box of wares and pull out a hand or like a paw of like a skeletal paw and just like this. And then start putting it up and down in the motion that Wade was doing. Like this.
So the guards are coming, and these three are putting their one brain cell together to try to figure this out.
We're putting it together like a jigsaw.
Yeah, after about a minute of the guards catch up, somewhat in a pant, chasing down this horse. Thank God you stopped it. Is he? He just came blasting the gate on the horse, and he didn't stop, and you stopped him. Is he okay?
He'll make it. Have you seen anything like this before? This wound?
Like this, that look. He takes a look at it. That's a
I
nasty.
give him the skeletal bone. Like maybe you could deduce it with this, like this, and I show him.
He takes it from you. What kind of paw is this?
It's a bird's,
So I think
an eagle.
this might be a bit small to have made this wound.
I see.
And he just like gently hands it back to you.
Thank you. I dust it.
Uh,
Put it back in the box.
The man, now that you've cast Cure Wounds on him, starts, Healing Word is like coughing and, a small bit of blood coming up there. It looks like maybe he busted his lip pretty good when he fell off the horse. Cam and Wade, can the two of you make a history check for me?
Yeah. That's
13.
24. It's a nat 24.
That's a 9.
Cam, you don't recognize this individual. Wade, you do. This man who's laying in front of you is a half-elven gentleman dressed in relatively fine clothes and very definitively not the sort of attire that one would typically put on to ride a horse. This is Morvan Silverleaf. He is the owner of Silverleaf Winery on the outskirts of town to the north. You recognize him because Silverleaf wine is particularly favored by your boss, and sometimes you either go to the source directly. You have been sent on fetch quests to get wine for events at the Hall of Weave before.
Mr. Silverleaf, what happened to you? Are you all right?
So, and let's see. He looks at you. He looks very tired and a little bit scared, and he looks at you and he makes eye contact. You see some recognition in his eyes, and his demeanor shifts slightly, and he says, some of your boss's creations have run amok. How? I've come to get him, but you're the next best thing. Some of the workers that he created have gone rogue. Something's wrong.
Okay. Well, Cam, do you want to come with me and try and help put these creatures back to where they came from?
This doesn't sound really good, Wade. But yes, I will come. Nath?
Hello?
Nath?
Hello.
She's trying to decide what to call him. This is none of your business, but you are very welcome to come with us
actually,
as well.
Isn't it part of his business collecting bones?
No, I don't collect bones like that. No, it's we kill an animal in the forest. We take its meat. We make food out of the meat. We make clothing out of the fur, and we use the bones for whatever else we need. But no, we don't. When someone's fallen off a horse, it's not our bones.
Oh no, not his bones. What attacked him? The bones of the creature that attacked him. The undead.
I don't think it's part of my jurisdiction, actually. Sorry. I mean, I'm happy to come along. I mean, if my elder is fine with me leaving, the work day is over. I can do what I want. I'm my own man.
Good for you.
Did you just say? Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna look it over to one of the guards and say, "Hey, can you let Flynn know that I'm going to be taking care of this?"
Yeah, we'll let him know. We're gonna get this guy to Falarinx first, I think.
When Wade does that, I'm gonna go up to the guard and let Abby know that I'm gonna be back before dinner. Also, thank you.
Let's see.
And I look at him with the plainest face, like there's no.
Oh, you got a natural 20 on this history check, so. Oh yeah, you're with your druids.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. I know.
The Kanatai.
He's cool. Yeah, I'll let him know.
He's nice.
I suggest next time as well that maybe you get one of the horses from the town's guard and chase down the horse on horseback. You might not be so out of breath by the time you get over here. Anyway,
Reading
bye.
my voice was a bit off.
He's like, oh wow, why haven't I thought of that? It's like kind of shaking his head at you as you walk away, but
She feels like she gave the best advice.
all right.
I knew I'd be having fun, but
I'm already enjoying the dynamic and have no regrets. So it sounds like we'd like to head north out of town and head towards the Silverleaf vineyard.
Correct. Approximately how far away is that?
It is not terribly far from here. On foot, you would estimate maybe like 45 minutes to an hour at a casual walk. Much faster on horse.
Horses cost money.
Ew.
Okay, I'm just gonna cast Mage Armor now.
That was a good idea. So Cam is pretty happy to walk, and she is going to kind of like just hook her arms through Wade's and also through Anna's if he lets her. Yeah. You're being dragged by her.
I am shocked initially, but I'm like, oh, this is what friends do, I think, and I join.
And
Still struggling.
she's going to, she's pretty happy walking, but she's also going to look over to Wade and say, Silverleaf, why does that sound familiar to me?
No, the fancy
Silver.
winery.
Oh, are they? Oh, yeah, the one with the pretty label.
Yeah, you know that it's a silver leaf.
The Silverleaf. Yeah.
I'm confused.
The one at the Good Tavern. Yes. Okay.
It's
I
probably
wonder
a
if we'll
good
get
thing
free
that
wine.
I mean, I'd suggest you try for it.
It never hurts to ask.
I will.
It's about an hour's walk north out of town. Where you're starting out is an area known as the Four Corners of Law, due to the nature of the four buildings, the one on each corner of this intersection, representing magical, divine, civic, and natural law, respectively. A quick jot over the bridge to the north of town over the river Diaspor, approaching the border of the Shifting Wood and the outskirts of Silverleaf Winery. The Shifting Wood would be known to all of you, and it is quite an interesting local landmark. The color of the foliage of the trees here, and to some extent the wood as well, changes based on the types of creatures that pass by it. It's a very promising hunting ground, makes tracking creatures rather trivial, especially if you can get a bird's eye view of things. One of the unique crafts that you find in Crystal Harbour is the preparation of various wooden items with this wood, which retains some of the property. It makes very striking sailing ships that can shift color.
Do they shift different color? Like, is humanoid one type of creature, or is it like a halfling would be different from like a water genasi, or is it just limited to like beasts?
Either make me a history or an arcana.
Okay. 19 plus something. Maybe it might be a minus. Yeah, it's a minus. So 17.
Got how good your int score is.
I'm smart.
Big brain.
Fal, were you rolling as well?
Which one was it?
It's either history or arcana.
Oh, I love me some Arcana. Nat 24.
Maybe.
Yeah, so Cam, you both would know. Cam, you would know because you spent a decent part of your childhood in the foothills of the mountains near the edge of this forest. And Wade, you would know from your years of study and some experimentation that you had helped your boss with on the defining the properties of these materials. It doesn't, as far as you are able to know, it in game terms it changes based on the creature type rather than the specific creature.
Okay. I can just imagine like Cam as a young girl going near it and then like away from it and then like putting a bunny near it.
And it does vary slightly from plant to plant and specific creature to specific creature, how far it travels away from which plant, but generally the plants will all change. Like if like a beast passes by, the foliage is known to turn like a and the wood, like the trunks of trees will turn like a some form of blue is the sort of consistency you get.
You'd hear Anna be very shocked, but like excited every time, like it when you're just taking it all in as everything's happening.
Cam is also like it's not verbal, but she is definitely also enjoying it, even though she's been here like countless times. It just doesn't get old to her. So she's just like she's watching it all, even though she should probably be watching where they're going.
Anna is very verbal with how he's amazed. Oh my goodness! Did you see that tree?
It does react to humanoids as well. So with some birds flying overhead, you all walking by, it's like almost like a scintillating rainbow of colors in the forest. But about after an hour's travel, you arrive at the low stone fence that marks the edge of the property that makes up the vineyard for Silverleaf Winery. Is there anything else y'all would like to have done on the way? I know Wade cast mage armor. If there's anything else anybody would like to do, you do have an hour of travel time.
Every now and then I'd pick like a few plants and then just pocket them, and then just like mark a tree as we're going, just so like I know our way back, using like just very basic orienting techniques, just so that like I don't get lost or we don't get lost.
Fabulous.
No, I think what time of day is it? Like is it
by now it is pretty dark out. You can still see I think most of you, if not all of you, have dark vision. Especially you with your
I have very good dark vision.
All of the dark vision.
I have none.
Okay.
If it was getting dark, I would have started lighting a torch.
Okay. Yeah. So it was just after twilight when we entered into the first scene. It's been about an hour since then.
I think if Cam sees that you're getting out a torch, then she kind of just kind of reaches her hand over. May I give you some light?
Oh.
And she kind of just if you have like anything on your wrist, she just kind of casts
Yeah.
she casts light and she says, "What's your favorite color?"
Blue.
And it's like a soft blue color light emanating from your wrist now.
Thank you.
Just so you don't have to carry anything. You might need your hands free.
That's very sweet of you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Like having been given this gift, he's instinctive, like he has to give something back. So he's just looking around, and you just see kind of like what's on the ground like would be just takeable in the forest. As I'm getting this light cast on me.
Let's see. Roll roll a D100 for me. Why not?
Didn't expect to get the big boys out.
Yeah. The D20's been getting too much love.
44.
44. Yeah, you just reach down and pick up the first thing off of this little path that catches your eye, and it is a relatively small, and you're not quite sure how you saw it. Something drew your eye to it. It is an imperfect, rough, semi-precious stone.
Oh. I found this. A gift.
She seems taken aback at first, but then she sees the way that it like catches the light coming off of his wrist now. It's like, oh, thank you.
You have a piece of unpolished amethyst about the size of a pea.
She's going to like tuck that into a pouch and probably get that made into jewelry at some point.
I know some fancy thread that you can use.
Oh, thank you. That you didn't have to.
No, I had to.
She just like she's blushing, and she just kind of tries to play it off and walk towards the winery. At this point, I feel like if she sees that they're getting close to it, she's going to start looking around for any of these creatures that they have been made aware of.
Nice. All right. Yeah. So make a perception check. Anybody who wants to can make one as you're approaching.
Perception.
I think these bad dice are real bad. They're annoying because they're almost pretty dice as well.
I'm going to stop rolling digitally. 15.
Mine was a total of 6, so I'm too busy thinking about that piece of amethyst that Anna picked up. I'm like, why didn't you give me a piece of amethyst?
Didn't give me some light.
Did you roll, Kaz?
I got 13.
Oh, 13. Okay, so I'll say you all see, but it only strikes as odd to Cam that the wooden gate that marks the entryway on the footpath into this estate has been left wide open, and it looks like may have suffered an impact of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
There also doesn't seem to be any sort of light coming from the house at the end, the large manor house that is the residence at Silverleaf Winery, which it's not that late where nobody would be running a candle or a torch or something.
Wait, would it be? I mean, I feel like it takes more than one person to run a winery, right? I don't suppose that Mr. Silverleaf would have been the only one there.
Would I know if some of those workers that Mr. Silverleaf was talking about were undead and working for him?
You would know that. Actually, yeah, no, you would know that the Silverleaf winery was granted the use of 4 skeletal laborers.
And do they, like, how much of non-skeletal laborers or other workers would I know that?
I'll say since you've interacted, that will make it possible. Make a history check for me just to see.
History, total of 18.
Nice. You're not exactly sure how many. You know very much that there are living people who work here. You also know that there is a Silverleaf family that exists beyond my NPC, whose name I made up and forgot, Moruvan. So he is not the only Silverleaf. He has a wife and children, and I think his dad is still around, is the Silverleaf Senior, but has retired.
Now that you mention it, it is a little odd.
There's
Might wanna-
nobody here, and that she points to the gate that's been like left open. Then that looks all damaged up. Maybe from the horse. I'm not sure, but I don't know. We need to be careful.
Indeed. Can I try to start sneaking around?
Sure can. Stealth checks for me. Is there anybody who would like to
Boom.
be sneaky?
22.
Seeing way, we can
Um,
just start sneaking. I will begin.
22. Wow.
Pretty
am
sure I
proficient
have
in sneaking.
advantage on this. So
Wearing.
if I'm wearing chainmail.
Oh yeah, that gives you disadvantage.
So I think Cam is aware that she is the loud friend, and kind of just lets Wade sneak off, and she's just gonna kind of go kind of straight into the path, not really trying to sneak, but also giving him his distance as well, so that she ends up being the center of attention if anything is around.
Sounds good. So,
I got 23.
Jesus.
Could I, like, you know, like Angela, where you can't see her? That's like she just comes up out of nowhere. That's Aneth in this moment. She's just like, he's minding business. You accidentally just like sway your hand, you hit him. Oh, Jesus.
Before they split off, though, can Cam drop the light spell?
Yeah.
On Aneth and
It is dark now.
and instead give him dark vision?
Absolutely.
I do need to see though if there's. I think there's a range on it. So if he ends up going with, then I might not be able to do that.
Just breaking my lighting here. Sorry for the strobe show.
I was in darkness for a while. I was like,
How
"Oh, bring the
dare
dark vision
you."
again."
So
I'll be very stunned when I lose my light and then get dark vision. Well,
Now, what does Cam's gifted dark vision look like?
like when she gives it to him.
Yeah.
So you see that like her eyes, which are like a kind of golden color to begin with, they kind of they seem to catch some of the light, even though there isn't much around at the moment. And so you just kind of see like a flick as she kind of waves her hand, and it's just like almost like pulling out a golden thread before she just kind of places it onto Anna's shoulder, and she's going to try to stick a little bit close to them, but again, just kind of being the center of attention. Because I think you need to stay within 10 feet or just be within 10 feet of me when I give it to you. I'm not sure.
To be fair, I would be staying very close. I'd almost be inclined to have us all in a group. You don't want to hunt in the pack alone. Going alone is very dangerous. Just mutters.
It
But also
says
he's singing.
that's what dark vision, second level transmutation.
It's
No, it's a cleric gift
Cleric
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can do that for both of you actually. Yeah.
I think it's just on initial give. Like then it says for like an hour maybe, or like for the whole time.
Yeah.
So you have now, you both have dark vision out to a range of 300 feet.
That's
I knew it was
more than
ridiculous. Yeah, I knew it was
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like Fuego has it as well.
I played one of these once. It was mad.
They're so good. I love Twilight clerics.
All right, I'm gonna head towards the house and make sure everybody's okay.
Oh, that reminds me. When I see Cam give me the thread, I once again having to give a gift, pull out my sparkly thread, and I give her that. But I don't like wait for her to respond. I just give it to her, and then like I grab hold onto it and like make our way through the stealthing.
She seems like she just like holds it to her chest for a moment, and then like as that washes over her and she realizes now she has this thread and this amethyst, she like tucks it into the same pouch. She's now collecting materials for a new necklace.
Yeah, add a roll of fancy thread to the inventory. Right.
It's called Aspen, he whispers.
The
You're gonna die
house
here.
in front of you at the end of the walkway commands your vision right now. It is not, however, the only structure that is visible to you. Off to the left from your current vantage point, there is some sort of outbuilding which appears maybe to be a stable of some sort, also with the door left open. And I'll say, Cam, you got the highest perception check, and Wade, you would, I think, have had occasion to have been inside of it at least once, as part of like the entourage for Flynn on a visit to this establishment. There is out back of the manor a hill with a cellar built, a wine cellar built into it for aging the barrels. They also hold tastings down there occasionally for more affluent clients.
So I assume Wade is like taking the lead and Cam is being pulled along by Aneth. If she like, do we see this now, like what we see here on the map?
Not yet. That should be if you decide to go into a place.
Okay.
When going in, when going, I would just be looking at everything, taking it all in, because like this is a lot of new things to me.
Is the place unlocked?
The front door of the house?
Yeah.
You're not sure. You'd have to try.
That's what I'm doing now.
All right. You stealthily ascend the steps onto the little front porch there and give the handle a try, and it does appear to be locked.
That's good. It's dark. Is it not good? Should we just knock?
I mean, if we're sneaking, I feel like that's against the point.
Maybe
are we allowed to be
let's
here?
check. Let's check out back where where you said the gate was wide open first. If this door is locked, then they couldn't have gone through there. I don't think they're smart enough to lock a door.
See the front door or the front gate that separated the property from like the road running in front of it was the one that was left open along with what some sort of barn or stable door was left open.
We should check for places that aren't locked first.
Should we just ask if anyone's here? I don't. She just kind of blinks at you guys.
I want to.
I mean,
but
we could. I just assume you were sneaking, so like maybe
yeah,
you want to not alert any.
I was expecting the door to be unlocked. I don't think.
Is there a window?
Yep, there's windows.
Check if they're open.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, wait, pick me up. I'm ready.
Immediately.
So are you going around and trying every window?
Every window.
All right, there is also a second story.
Jump.
toss the halfling.
I will
Pass
say,
me.
if you do a circle around the building looking for open windows, you will be able to see that there is one window on the second floor around the back, which is open.
Are there any things I can climb onto that aren't like the building?
I
do have a climber's kit, but like the tree would be easier, I feel. And less noisy.
Yeah, there's not anything right next to this window, but there is like an arbor vitae on the side of the house that could get you up to the roof, and maybe you could swing down into it.
And you like a what? I've never heard this word. I'm gonna Google it. I don't know how to spell it.
Shrubbery.
Oh.
Why didn't you just say shrubbery, David? Come on, we have one brain cell here.
Dave had to just flex on us. Like, hey, yo, I know plants.
With his Stardew Valley life.
Look, I know about plants. All right.
Okay.
And many other things.
I'm gonna start climbing.
Make me. You can either do athletics or acrobatics for me.
I'm good at this.
Well, where would they be kept? Like, what do the creatures do here?
Athletics.
Do they work inside the house?
14.
Yeah, would I know where the laborers typically work?
Not specifically, but you do know that most of the people who have decided to take Lynn up on his offer for experimental free labor, generally, and they're still undead, and this is still pretty new, people like to keep them at arm's length. They're usually used for stuff like heavy lifting or tasks that require a lot of endurance, like plowing a field, porting heavy objects, that sort of thing.
I'm gonna check out back near the stables or the cellar.
Maybe if we listen.
Go ahead.
Maybe if we listen very carefully, because like bones are kind of like rattly, right? Maybe we could hear some. That's how that works, right? Never mind.
When you start asking, like, how high have I climbed, by the way, in regards to...
I'll say about halfway up.
How loud are you guys being about the bone conversation? Because I have words.
About as loud as I'm currently talking right now, so I feel like...
bones do rattle. As like I'm rattling on my way up. Like I try to show that like the bones rattle on my hip.
There goes your stealth.
No, it's stealthily rattling.
The 23, they don't make any noise.
Well, this is a very awkward situation right now. But trust me, I'm an expert on bones.
Look at how much they rattle. No sound.
It is just noise mutes itself around me. I pull in sound, and
They do make a little bit of noise, but you have just by happenstance grabbed a handful of like bird bones that are hollow and don't weigh very much. Like you can hear them rattling, but they're like 15 feet away from you.
They sound like they sound like the wind.
Is he making fun of me? I can't tell
No,
sometimes.
I don't make fun. I would never make fun of you when you friend it. A few weeks have to pass first before I can start insulting you in a friendly way. Or
Very
we get
relatable.
very close very fast. Platonic bullying, it's what I call it.
Right, so you're heading on up to the roof enough?
I'm climbing.
All right. Yeah, you're able to make it up there. No, it takes you a minute. This is not the... It gets a little thin towards the top, and it kind of bends and sways a little bit, even under your diminutive frame.
I'd be very steady when I'm doing this. Like I would be very like cautious on like trying to be as like. Because I've done a bit of climbing while in the forest.
This is not your first tree rodeo.
Yeah, exactly. This ain't. Yeah, that's the word.
Yes, you are up on the roof, and you have quite the vantage point from up here with 300 feet of dark vision.
It's beautiful up here.
What's your passive perception?
It's like 13.
Okay, yeah, you can see, looking around very quickly from up here, you can see that some of the ground in front of the doors to the cellar, which are shut and have something, can't quite make out what it is from here with a 13 passive. Something seems to be like hastily moved in front of the door to the cellar as though to keep it closed.
As like I've got up there, like I'm seeing this happen.
You have this vantage point where you can see that there is something leaning up against the door to the cellar, the wine cellar out back.
I shouldn't shout. I look into the window first before I let them know if it's even worth climbing up.
Yeah, make a perception check as you look in the window.
I got 12.
12, you're looking into it. Either this is a halfling's bedroom or a medium-sized child's bedroom. The walls seem to be done up with a pink paint. There's like a very large dollhouse sitting in the corner, open with some dolls placed around it. Looks like maybe the dolls are eating dinner.
The dollhouse is halfling size.
Family
Yeah,
in this dollhouse.
interesting. Yeah, there's a halfling just minding his own business in there. Yeah. It's me. I've broken in and I'm living in it now. But no, I'm looking in. Okay, this is. I try to listen through the glass if I can see
What is-
anything.
The window's open. It is like open.
Oh, and
Just
I
listening
just
out
like
the
just
air.
put my ears in. Can like I hear anything? Like is there any noise?
You don't hear anything coming from inside this room.
I go to the edge of the Abba Verde, and I lean down at the group. How good are you guys at climbing? I whisper. How good are you guys at climbing?
What is he saying?
Even quieter.
I can't. What is that?
I just begin climbing down.
Before he starts climbing down, though, Cam and Wade, if they were like standing there watching this whole thing, at one point, Cam like kind of leans over to Wade and says, "You know, this looks like a lot of work. I wonder if I should have told them that I know how to fly."
And you see him like put his ear up against the window, expecting there to be glass, but it just like keeps going.
Like I just keep leaning in. When's his window gonna start? I look up. I see This is a strange building.
And you can always, save that for later. It's not that important.
As
can
I
climb it.
eventually do get my way down, and you have finished your conversation. What are you guys talking about?
Oh,
I
how
am-
good you are at climbing.
Oh, thank you, Kai. I've been training all my life.
It looked like a lot of hard work.
Oh yes, it
Would
was
you-
extremely.
You just see it there.
Oh, there was a window. It was a baby's room, or a person might a room for a little person, is what I saw. A very comfortable looking bed actually.
It's very nice. It's like a 4-poster bed with a canopy, and there's like some sheer pinky purple drapes coming down, making it very cozy.
No damage or anything?
Not that
It
this doesn't.
seemed damaged. Yeah, it seemed.
So there's
What it
nothing...
is what I noticed was you could just step in. I couldn't hear no noise, but I also saw something around that side, the cellar. Something like blocking is on top of like this door. But if you can climb, you can go up. But if you can't, you can go there. Can you
Maybe
climb?
He tried to... He just gestures at his, lack of muscle definition. Like,
I look him up and down.
I think there's a Looney Tunes cartoon where Bugs Bunny flexes and it goes this way.
Oh, oh boy. I mean, we might want to work on that actually. Let's go. I go to hold Wade's hand.
what are we... So we should probably check out the cellar. They might
Yeah, no,
have
exactly,
tried
yeah,
to block
you-
creatures in there.
You can't climb, so we're gonna try a safer way.
I mean, I can make do.
You should have said that as we reached the cellar. You should have said we could have climbed.
Yeah, but it didn't look
I will
like...
never say no to a good climb.
You said it didn't look or sound like there was anything going on in there.
Yeah, no, I mean, climbing exactly. That's the safest time to break into someone's house.
What, break in?
Yeah. Well, no. Well, we're not knocking on the door. We're not going in on a non breaking in.
Yeah. Well, we
I told
only
the
wanted
person
to
that
get
would
into the house if there was something going on in there.
Well, that's the perfect way to get in, and we can investigate
We can,
if there was
we
something
can-
going on.
We can check back later if we don't find what we're looking for at the cellar.
Or have we gone now? Then
Yeah,
were we
I'm
walking? Okay.
Yeah, like I've been
Well,
having this
talking.
conversation.
As you guys are having this conversation, you just hear Cam trying to move the whatever it is off the door of the cellar.
So you head around the back of the building, and there is like an outdoor patio area. Looks like it's designed to seat a large number of people, almost like a modest-sized event space. This is bigger than someone's private patio. And I realize now with the Arborvitae that we're going to be Googling lots of things tonight. There's a one of the joggling boards that was on the patio has been taught. Think about like the love child between a rocking chair and a bench.
What the fuck is this thing?
Has been thrown up against the door as though to keep it closed.
Can we hear any noise coming from the cellar?
You all right, Vic?
I'm now just looking at a joggling board.
I know, like this.
How do you know of these things?
All this furniture is just a juggling board in his head.
They're like freaking everywhere in the city that I grew up in.
Oh,
I think
And that's the world's entire concentration of juggling boards right there.
Yeah.
Juggling Town, US.
yeah, they're all in Jogglingville, which is where I'm from. But yes, You, Wade, it is a little bit difficult to hear anything right now as Cam is trying to move this large bench that is not.
You got that?
That is kind of like flexible, all by yourself, about 9 or 10 feet long. So it is a little bit difficult to hear anything over the ruckus of that.
You okay there?
We're trying to get in here, right?
Should we should probably make sure there's, figure out what's behind the door. Maybe listen before we move the
Oh, yes, for the rattling.
thing.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. And she just goes very quiet and still.
One final.
I'm like now.
Whoever, I'll say. Yeah, the door is wide enough since you've got a halfling with you for you all to put your ears up to it if you would like. At the same time, you can make a perception check.
Is it on the floor or is it on the wall? Sorry.
The door is like built into the side of a hill. There's like this rounded stone entryway with a large wooden door set into it, jutting out of the side of this hill.
I'd get myself down to the ground and then just prop my ear in. Foot on.
When's this door gonna start?
I got a 19.
A 9?
19.
I got a passive of 15.
Fuck,
so
I
it's
got
still
12
bad.
again.
12.
This dice only gives me 12. I hate it.
Let's use your active perception.
Active? That's 19.
Oh yeah. Somehow the wizard and the cleric hear more than the druid does. And you two, with a 19, are just barely able, at the edge of your hearing, you can hear a very faint scraping sound coming from not immediately behind the door. It is somewhere further in.
Like we got enough space to move this thing, whatever it is.
So Cam hears that scraping.
Yeah.
She just looks over at Wade, like the guy. That's all she says.
Claw.
The claw.
I can try and help, but I'm not. You know me.
I believe in you, and she's going to place her hand on him and cast guidance. It might not help, but we're gonna try.
We're gonna do our darndest.
So either both of you make athletics checks, or one of you can do it with advantage if you're working together to try and move this thing.
What do you think, Fal? Do you want to try?
I have. Again, I'm gonna gesture at Kid Lad. I'll help you, but
Okay.
don't. We're doing this together, but I'll help you. I'll help you.
She looks like she understands, but then like first brief second, just like definitely doesn't understand. But she's going to try.
Actually, you're not proficient in athletics, are you, Wade?
No.
Oh, Vix is
Well,
dropped.
hopefully Vix will come back.
It's open. Would I be able to help?
You would. Are you proficient in athletics?
I am.
You would be able to help, but Wade, if you would like to help, go make an athletics check, and you can use the guidance if you want it.
Was that a D? I forget.
4, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, guidance is D4.
9 helping.
Well, you don't.
4.
Yeah.
That's a total of 3.
Bringing it to 12.
12 is our lucky number for this trip.
I will say yes. You can help.
No. See, that's a total of 3. I don't know where you got the total
what?
of 12.
No, I thought the D4 was the 3, and I thought you got 9.
No, I don't know where you got the 9 from.
I heard
rolled
9.
a
I
2 for my D20.
I heard
minus
9. I don't
1
know why.
plus 2. That's a total of 3.
Oh gosh.
You are more of a hindrance than anything else in this endeavor.
I would say so.
Hey, please. You're making too much noise. Step aside.
And on that, I think now is a great time for us to take a break, because we're about halfway through the stream and the cleric is missing. So refill your drinks, maybe get a snack, everybody, and we'll be back here in hopefully around 5 minutes, but we'll see. We return to the Silverleaf Winery outside of the door to the cellar with the juggling board leaned up against the door, and with your blessing or guidance, I believe it was, with your guidance, Wade successfully rolled a 3 on his athletics check to assist you, so he will be making it slightly more difficult.
My God.
You see Wade just like bending down, trying to lift with his back.
Okay.
And his spindly arms.
I got a 15.
Anath can help being proficient in it, so with the 3 of you on there,
Move aside, Wade.
You can have advantage still with the whole team working.
Okay. Cool.
This is juggling board.
I don't
needs 3.
I don't like these digital dice. I haven't rolled more than a 15 with that, so.
I wish I could swap to the dish. I can. I don't want to.
It's a 22.
Oh yeah, no problem. Between the 2 of you, Wade, you're just like trying to bend over and like pick it up from the far side and kind of rotate it towards you out of the way, because you can't get this thing off the ground, but you might be able to shift it. But the 2 of them just grab it from one end and pick you and it up. and move both of y'all out of the way of this
Wade
door.
begins to juggle.
He is the juggling board now.
My apologies, Wade.
Oh, you're doing a great job, Wade. Thank you for all your help. He seems really genuine.
I tried to tell you.
I said he was doing good, right?
Yeah, no. I saw that too.
Sometimes I don't know the right words.
No.
I'm sorry.
No, Wade. Well done. Nice one, fella.
Right, and the door is unobstructed.
Are you
Now would
both
be the time
ready?
for sneakies.
I'm ready.
You guys can try that.
Would this be a separate sneaky?
I'm gonna say so.
I would say so too.
Dang.
I know.
That's all right. I only rolled a total of 21.
It's not as good
you
as
bastard ass universe.
Um,
I got 13.
could I ready in action?
What action would you like to ready, and what trigger would you like?
I would like to ready action a turn undead.
Okay.
If it seems like there are a lot of undead creatures currently about to burst out from if we move this.
Mhm.
If they're 10 feet away, then she's not gonna worry
Okay.
about that. She'll just back up.
Basically, if you are being charged by undead,
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You can prepare that.
Charge it.
All right. So I'll need who's gonna try and open the door, and who's
Wait.
going first? Send the wizard in first. Always a good idea.
Hey, I have a total of 15 AC. Thank you very much.
I have a clerk that has AC.
And I have Blade Ward.
Oh,
Nice.
there you go. All right, yeah. So the door, it just opens.
What doth I see?
And I'm gonna take us over to the map.
Ooh, nice.
Cooperate with me here, roll 20.
Is it the one with all the wine barrels?
It is the one with all the wine barrels.
Free wine.
Yes, wine, go free. Be free.
Begins rolling the barrel up the stairs.
So I'll put y'all in that sort of marching order. But just for the purpose of this, say that you have not come down the stairs yet and are just instead at the top. So you can see laid out before you a room full of wine barrels. There is a little bit of light in here, but your dark vision granted from Camriel is still very helpful in seeing all the way to the back. There are a few sconces lit with torchlight, shedding some dim light in the area.
What do your water genasi eyes see, Wade?
Do I see any sign of disturbance in the area?
I'll say,
In fact,
yeah.
I will. Yeah, go ahead.
You can just see signs of disturbance, but make a perception check for me anyway.
That is 14.
14. Yeah. So you look to your right, and you can see that there is it smells very strongly of wine in here. There is a shattered barrel, maybe one, maybe two shattered barrels with wine all over the floor and bits of wood strewn about, and another barrel that has, presumably was stacked like all the rest of them, that had rolled off and collided with another stack of barrels, and at least for the moment hasn't toppled them. And there is a very rough hole in the wall. It looks like the wall was blown, like pushed or blown out from this side into, you can start to make out part of a small, looks like maybe natural cavern off that way.
Hey, Cam, you said you wanted some free wine. Well,
Yes?
it's
Where?
all on the ground now.
Well, that's not any use to me, Wade.
No.
Oh,
we
my
can-
boots. They're wet.
That's why you wear them, isn't it? So that you don't get
No,
your
but like,
feet wet?
oh, no, because they're pure white. Oh, I'm gonna clean them now.
Not anymore.
No.
That's gonna
Well,
stay.
your color in your boots.
I think if you get white wine
No, it's not.
on
This isn't
the
fashionable.
boots, then the red will come out.
Excuse me?
If you put white wine on the boots, the red wine will come out of it.
I don't.
Huh.
We can
Help me
test
find some
that out,
white
try
wine.
that out later.
I thought we could
we
search
should
for some
probably-
white wine.
Hey, we're doing something here. We can whine
look-
about it later.
Okay, yeah.
Mm.
I don't appreciate these jokes. My boots are ruined.
And Wade's slowly gonna start making his way over there.
Make
I
my
will
way.
rapidly, on the other hand, search for white wine.
Make an investigation check.
So they were trapping something in here.
Bye.
Do you read Elvish? You have no idea what is in any of these.
What are these strange shapes? Wait, my friends, help!
Are you okay?
These boxes, these barrels, they have shapes on them, but I don't know what they mean. It's some sort of elvish.
She
Seems to be some form
glances.
of Elvish. Read it.
Can't read Elvish, but it's some form of it. Cam does speak Elvish, so she's just looking at those are words. What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I can't read them. Help
Oh
me!
no, it's not you how to read. That's unfortunate.
My mother and my father taught me how to read, but not in Elvish or in this strange shape language, in Wingdings.
I want it to be Elvish in David's world now. Just a bunch of wingdings.
Looks like arrow,
Square.
baseball.
Thicker line
Wings
square.
and angel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, does she
I can speak
see
halfling and
white
common.
wine anywhere? While Wade's doing the actual work.
Does Camriel like wine? Is that what Cam likes to drink?
That's why she noticed the name. It was like just because of wine.
Okay. To say there's no like arrow that says white wine here, but there are signs on the barrels with the varieties of wine, and you're able to find one. You're able to find a nice let's say a Pinot Grigio style.
She taps on that one. It's like, that one's really good. Not sure how good it is for boot cleaning, but you can try that.
That's
If
fine.
it doesn't work, try another. And she just kind of like waves him off and goes to find what Wade is doing.
Can I open a barrel?
There are little taps on them. You're able to.
Can I just like on my boots, like
Yeah.
just squeeze, just pour all
Yeah,
this wine on my boot and just start wiggling it around?
You're able to get since it hasn't really had a chance to dry, and this is your blink dog boots.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll say with the nature of the pelt and the fact that the wine hasn't had time to dry yet, you are able to get most of the red out. You smell like rosé now, I guess.
Excellent. I take off my boots and put them in my bag, and now I'm barefoot.
All right.
Okay, let's go. Sorry, Wade. Sorry for that distraction. Fashion nightmare, just for a moment.
And you do notice as all of you are traversing this room towards the opening in the wall, there are a number of racks to the north with many, many, many bottles of wine stored on them. Some of them so covered in dust that you can't even tell where the label starts, like the label is indistinguishable from the glass. There's just such a thick layer of dust on some of them.
I mean,
If anybody's watching this on YouTube, Vix Draws in the chat just posited that Anath's boots are the kind that light up when you walk on them.
yeah, blink dog boots, they blink when you walk on.
It's just like,
Which I want that to be a thing.
All right.
Great.
they got wheels
Like-
on them.
Heelys. So
So?
you are all now able to hear the scraping sound much louder, and it's very clearly coming from beyond this passageway.
They got out of here. That is not good. Well, shall we? She's gonna head down this way. Where did Wade go? Did he leave? Yeah. Oh, this is much bigger than I thought it was.
Yes, it is.
And as you, Cam, we're not doing any attempt at some kind of stealth, were you?
No, she's like jingling down the hall, unless Wade tells her not.
And you, why do you smell like wine?
Clean my boots.
Here, give me
Did
your
you
boots.
see? No, I'm not wearing them anymore.
Give me your boots.
Oh,
Do you want
no,
to smell like wine?
He's gonna clean them.
That's all I clean.
Think.
It's okay. What's with me smelling like wine? I smell delicious.
I can smell it, and something else. Oh, who knows what's down here? They might smell the wine
That's
too.
fair, that's fair. That's true. Give me a moment, please. I just start looking at my spell list for a second. IRL, not in character.
He just pulls up a grocery list.
So can I have anyone who's sticking their head around the corner make a perception check for me, please?
Okay.
Can I?
18.
Could I cast Druidcraft on myself to make myself smell like just like earthy mushrooms to like
Yeah.
try and mask the wine?
Yeah.
How's this? That's like I just squeeze in and then poof, mushroom smell and mushroom smells.
It doesn't entirely cover it up, but you do kind of smell like a nice like mushroom sauce.
You smell like
that's
I
what she
should be
smells.
having a very good steak dinner right now.
You know, one of the
I
cannibals
also
I've been hearing about. I
I,
stand
it
up.
wasn't.
you know, like
I
just-
wasn't.
She's not a cannonball.
Are you trying to call me round?
Which is. Oh god.
I also got 18, by the way.
Great. So you are all able to
Oh god.
make out quite a ways down. You can see two, it looks like some kind of creature. It's definitively not a skeleton. They have some sort of flesh to them, but it looks almost like, I don't know, like moss, where there would be skin on these creatures, or like some sort of slimy, wet plant type growth. And off, jutting out of the wall, is a very large, and we're talking like maybe 10 feet tall, crystalline formation growing out into this room, and there appear to be two of these creatures digging around the sides of it very methodically, and at least for the moment they seem to be ignoring you.
Would Wade be familiar with the type of I'm assuming undead creatures these are, and their potential weaknesses or resistances?
Make an Arcana check for me.
16.
16. These particular creatures are unlike anything you've ever seen before. In fact, you're very confident that Flynn, Flynn did not make this, as far as you know. You've never seen anything like this before. They do seem to be undead. They're shambling in a way that you're familiar with undead, working the very jerky robotic movements. You can see some pieces of bone sticking out here and there where this mossy sort of covering is not growing. But you don't know anything specific to their weaknesses. You do know that undead are generally unaffected by poison, and generally lack any sort of capability for reason.
I know they're just pulling a face of fear, seeing these things move around, and they're just looking at Cam and Wade, wondering like how are they reacting like this, seeing these things.
Do you
Cam
have
looks-
any?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, Cam just looks very confused. Like, I thought they were skeletons.
I don't know what these things are. Do you have any ranged? Ranged?
I got spells, and I got stones.
Is he
Want me to throw a stone?
asking? Is he just asking Anna?
Both of you.
I have quite a bit of range, yes.
Okay. I was just gonna splash them with a little bit of acid.
That sounds
At
very
first,
cool.
you see what happens. I didn't want to startle them before we all had a chance to try and attack them first. So you'll want to,
Like a team attack.
yeah. What should we call it?
You
Oh.
can call it the Anath super move.
I like it.
Yeah, better than Wade super move. Nobody would want to
You know,
use that one.
I 100% agree.
Right.
Okay, get
So,
ready.
so it's the
Anath
Aneth
Supreme
super move. So
Starburst
you should do the finisher,
extraordinary.
right, Aneth?
Yeah.
All right, I'll start us off. You all
I'm ready.
let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right, and then I'm gonna cast acid splash on the both of them because they're both 5 feet apart. Yes,
Yeah, what's the range on that?
60 feet.
Fine. Yep, and they are adjacent to each other. So you're doing
It'll be,
acid splash. Kaz disappeared. And Cam, what are you planning?
Cam is going to throw a sacred flame at
Okay.
the closest one.
Right? And Anath, what are you planning on doing?
I'm gonna produce flame and toss it over.
All right.
So acid splash will be a
Hello?
dex save. It'd be 14 to save, or they take a d6 of acid damage.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and roll a moderate amount of initiative here.
I currently don't see Kaz, even though I know he's back.
I see Kaz. Kaz, can you hear us?
I don't see foul. So like I think there is a bit of internet.
Yeah.
Everybody looks good on the stream. Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't,
Let me just refresh.
Yeah, I'm just gonna refresh.
I rolled a 15 initiative, by the way.
let me roll
ERP.
initiative. Do we? Actually, I assume that's not an initiative.
Okay, so Val got a 15. Cam?
Sorry.
Is team again,
14.
Kaz?
14.
Yeah, I see again. Yeah, I got 8. So actually, funnily enough, I think it was in order of our special move.
It was. Great. So I'm going to give y'all a 3rd edition style surprise round on this because they were not reacting to your presence. And those two need to make, what kind of saving throw was it, Val?
Dex 14 will save.
That is a natural 1 and a 4. So,
Right.
no.
I will roll D6. Here we go. Oh, that's a 1. So they'll take one acid damage. Just a little drop.
All right. And yeah, the spell somewhat fizzles a little bit, but does make some contact. And you see them, some of this plant type material starts to sizzle away, and you can see some more exposed bone underneath. Cam, what Sacred Flame, that is a saving throw?
Yeah. It is a dex save.
2.
That is a fail. So I would hope so.
I don't know what your spell save is, but I would think it is.
I rolled a 1 for damage,
Oh,
but
right,
this is what
awesome.
she does. She goes like this, and the flame kind of looks like little golden wings before she like chucks it in their direction and just like kind of explodes very lightly. She was yeah, just a little kiss.
Puff of divine air.
And I don't know if it matters, but it is radiant damage. So.
It does not. No. And Anath.
I cast produce flame, so I'm gonna like summon a ball of fire. It kind of looks like Starry Night, like the painting, like the flames flickering, like it's very fancy. And then I'm gonna just launch it towards them. I got a 16.
I believe that will hit. Yes, that very definitively hits.
Excellent. When it hits, I would have liked it to like it would like mix in with both of their spells and like almost try to like make a painting out of their attack.
It is.
I have to roll 1d8. Sorry, go on.
It is very briefly very beautiful before all of these different elemental damages explode onto this one creature.
That is 4 fire damage.
And
if that matters.
4. Great. One of them is looking a little bit beat up. Those were some not great rolls.
We hit them though. That's better than nothing.
A very underwhelming team attack.
Well, we needed to.
It was cool though.
It was a slow build up to Anna.
It's a slow burn, you could say. Say the joke.
All right. So, we're going to get into the initiative order properly now, and it is actually these guys' turn first.
Oh, darn.
So they're going to turn and look at you, and they can move. Oh, they are very slow. They're going to dash towards the two of you.
Oh boy.
And that is with as close as they can get using their dash. They both rolled a 16 for initiative and are slow, so that's going to be, they don't have any bonus actions they can do. So Wade, that is going to be your turn.
I sort of just want to get in there. Screw it. Wade is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Go up alongside this wall here. And sneak up behind this one here.
All right, so...
Not like sneak, but like, not get in range.
I'm trying to figure it out. I think that first one will get an attack of opportunity on you.
Do you see a wizard?
I am a wizard.
As I just watch you just get right up in their fucking grill.
All right, so it's going to take a swing at you, just like a lazy swing at you, as you wander by or meander by. That's going to be 13 to hit, which I don't believe hits.
Nope, my mage armor is going to be like, no, not today, son.
So you feel it make contact with you, but this arcane barrier flashes in front of it, and it bounces off, taking the brunt of the impact instead of you.
And then I'm going to slap this other one upside the face with a shocking grasp.
Nice. Do it.
Oh, it's a total of 7.
That does not hit, unfortunately.
No, it doesn't.
You reach out and you charge the electricity into your hand, and just you reach out to grab it and just grab a handful of this moss type stuff. It's very slimy, and that takes the shock and turns brown and partially vaporizes in your hand, but does not unfortunately hit the main. All right. Action and a bonus action for you, or is that your turn?
Non-wizard. Wizards don't really have bonus actions.
All right, Cam.
Cam is just going to, like, hearing what Anna said, is like, he always gets on so close, and she's gonna move up. She has like shield in hand, and she's going to summon her spiritual weapon behind actually to the right of that one beside Wade. Her spiritual weapon looks like kind of like the warhammer that she carries, but it's just completely golden and it has like wings, like card captor Sakura style, like at the top of it. She has wings coming out of it. And I'm going to attack. Let's see.
You're going after the one in the back that's right next to Wade, yeah?
I got a 9 to hit.
9? A 9 hits.
A 9 hits?
9 hits.
Okay. Let's do this.
They're not particularly evasive.
For 8 damage.
8, yeah. After a few glancing blows and slightly misaimed spells, this great spectral winged warhammer crashes into the side of this entity.
Okay, and that was her bonus action. She's going to take out her war pick or war hammer.
Clerics.
Yeah, sorry, I'm getting used to D&D Beyond. That is okay. 9. So.
Yeah.
And I'm doing that one-handed, so that's 6 damage.
Nice. Yeah, this one in the back is looking pretty hurt. You've knocked off a lot of this strange green coating that you can see now, Wade, that these entity, at least this one and presumably the others, are definitely the skeletons that Flynn produced, but there's this strange plant, whatever, ooze slime growing on them, filling it in almost like flesh.
Cam is going to end her turn there, I think.
All right.
Yeah.
So next, you hear clattering from out of the darkness. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
One color.
Yeah, that one's going to run up there.
I know.
And then another one comes charging out from around the corner that you hadn't previously noticed. And these two look like the plant material on them is more, or whatever material it is, plant-like, I should say, is more solidified and more well covering their bones.
Stronger.
But fortunately, they're slow, so that was their whole turn. Which brings us to Kaz.
It's me.
What would it not like to do?
Seeing this big one, or this new one come towards Cam, I'm going to panic. But as I start panicking, my tattoos start turning blue and purple. And the spaces where the stars are starts shining again, like they did when I cast Animal Friendship. And they start forming, like my fire, they swirl around me. And they begin taking form of like a cloud that swirled around my body. And also just 2 giant spectral hands that form
I love it.
that form a archer, like these stars form the shape of an archer, and they aim their bow at the one that's run towards Cam, and that's as a bonus action I can fire.
This one back here?
Give me a second. No, this one here.
Okay. You said, Cam, right.
Yeah. I got an 18.
Will hit.
Perfect. And that's a D8 plus radiant. 10. Because I get plus 3 on
10 damage. That is a good hit.
Thank you. And as like the archer is aiming at that one, I am going to make my way towards this one here and pulling out my scimitar from he carries it on his on his back, and so when he pulls it out, like it takes like he just like backslashes with it. I don't know how you describe that.
Like over the head?
No. Like so he like with the blade would be like outwards instead of like instead of holding it, like he holds it.
Oh yeah.
And that's just how he's been trained to fight with sword. And that will be
The cool way.
yeah. Exactly. Bastard. That is 11.
11 will hit.
Oh shit. And
Deal some damage.
that is 9.
9. Very nice. This one's starting to look a little bit beat up as well. Anything else on your turn? I think that's action, bonus action, and move.
Yeah, it's bonus action, movement, and that. So, other than that, I'm just gonna shout. As long as we all stick together and don't panic, we'll be fine. Okay, guys, don't panic. Stop panicking. I said, no, stop. As the archer is still aiming.
Cam just looks focused and like very calm with her hammer in hand.
Wade is just looking upset that he didn't hit the enemy last time. Like, oh, this usually works.
All right. So this one is up first, and it can actually reach all three of you. So, not being a tactical creature, I'm going to roll a die. All right, that one is going to take a swing. Actually, that one's going to take. Oop, turn it. It turns towards you, Cam, and takes 2 swings at you with its claws.
All right.
More swings than I can do.
All right, that's going to be a 10 and a dirty 20.
The 20 hits.
20
What?
hits.
The first one, she kind of bats it away with her shield, but doesn't expect the second one coming in at her.
For the jerky, hesitating, almost robotic nature of the movements makes it unlike things that you have previously fought. Trying to read their movements a little bit difficult. The second one making contact, whoo-hoo, that hurts. That is going to be 9 points of damage, please. To Cam.
Alrighty. You want to fight? You want to fight? Let's go.
No, I don't want to fight. But I'll do it.
Right, and then this next one here is going to get a swing, and you just ran up to it. So it's going to swing for you, Kaz. Yeah, that's going to be a 9 to hit for the first one. It does not hit, and a 10 to hit for the second one. I'm assuming neither of those hit.
They do not. I would imagine in like just using going off instinct alone, it's just blocking or just like trying to make space while moving away from them.
Very nice. It's pretty impressive watching this guy fight. He turned into he summoned and turned into a cloud, and then he's just dodging all these zombies.
It's just how I do.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
That's why they call it the Anat special.
So it's gonna be their turn, and then on to Wade.
Wade getting upset that his shocking grasp wasn't very shocking. He's going to just be like, ugh, I gotta deal with these things coming up behind me. He's gonna turn and target this one back here.
Right.
With a chromatic orb.
Very nice.
Let's okay, I wanted to roll that. Let's get the, is it not rolling it? That's okay, I'll just roll a dice then. Because that's a ranged spell attack, right?
I believe
Chromatic
so.
spray.
It's dark.
Chromatic orb.
Yeah, it's ranged.
Okay, so 14 to hit.
Yeah, that will hit.
And that's 3d8. I'm choosing fire damage.
Very nice.
Wait, that's not doing that either. It's not doing D&D Beyond. It's not.
Not happy.
Right, I will roll the dice. Let's see. This one is 7. 3, so total 10 plus 1, so 11.
And that's to this
11,
one.
Nope, south to me.
Okay. So that 11 points of damage. Very nice. Yeah, you burn away. You huck this mote of fire at it and burn away large portions of whatever was covering it, exposing the skeleton underneath.
Sweet.
Would you like to do anything else?
Nah, I don't got any bonus actions.
All right. Cam, you are up.
Don't like my options. Well, for one, I'm going to use my spiritual weapon on the one that attacked me. So I think it was the one just below.
That was north.
Or was it?
This
Yeah,
one
those
over
Okay.
here is the one that hit you.
Okay,
ones below you haven't gone yet.
cool.
There's
So
that.
she is going to use her spiritual weapon on that one.
All right.
It's fucking dice. Okay. 16.
Yeah.
For 12 damage.
Oh yeah, you bring your radiant weapon down on the top of this thing and just shove its head down, like dislocate its spine and shove it down through its ribcage and into the ground.
Yeah,
And
you just see her hand go like this, like as she's yelling, "You want to fight? You want to go?" And she like pulls the hammer down on top of it.
yeah, and that one is actually, it needs to make a. How much damage did you do?
12.
It needs to make a saving throw to see if it dies. Yeah, natural 1. It's
Interesting.
Gone.
dead.
All right. Then she's going to come down with her hammer on the one directly in front of her. That is a 16 as well.
Yep.
Go to my actions tab. For nice 11 damage.
7 points of damage to the only remaining undamaged enemy on the field.
Would the space next to her where the creature died, would that be difficult terrain? Or
For purposes of like just movement, or
if I move through it, yeah.
I'm gonna say that since it's mostly just a pile of bones at this point, I'm gonna say not for game mechanics purposes.
Okay. She's gonna move right there and stay there just so she doesn't go out of range.
Gotcha.
And that'll be end of turn for her.
So now it is on to these other creatures' turns. This
Anna?
one,
I'm after.
Okay.
and it's got an 8 for initiative. These guys got an 11. So you're right in front of this one, so it's going to use its multi-attack on you, Wade.
Yes. Just what I wanted.
Man, lucky for y'all, they can't really roll that well. That's a 7 for the first one, and that's going to be 17 for the second.
So he's gonna just like the first one's gonna bounce off of that magical armor again, and as he sees that next one coming in, he realizes that it's coming in with a bit more force, and he's gonna bring up his arm with this ethereal shield.
Nice. And yeah, that takes the brunt of the impact.
Does your shield look like anything, or does it have like a specific color?
It's just blue, sort of like see-through.
Is it like watery?
Yeah, there's like a crude, like, wavy symbols. Wade's not much of an artist.
It's something he made, actually.
Yeah.
Deal.
I love that.
The second one, let's see, is it can reach Cam and Wade, and it's going to go after Cam. So it'll turn that way slightly and make its multi-attack at you.
Roll poorly.
I've been rolling absolute ass for these things. Oh, those are both hits. 2 dirty 20s.
Here we go.
Dirty 20s. So please receive 15 points of slashing damage as both of these claw attacks just go into your person.
You see just like blood spatter all over Cam's skirt, and she looks more upset about the skirt at the moment, but then you can tell that she's feeling kind of woozy, and she's just like, oh, is there 2 of them?
Aww. But that is going to be their turns, and enough. You are up.
I said don't panic. As my starry form, putting the arrow away for a second, it comes off of me and becomes a healing spirit. And I am going to heal Cam as like the starry form just like reaches over and then are her wings present, or is it just
No, her wings aren't there.
No, the starry form would just like kind of just like touch you on the head, or just like hover over your head, and like these clouds will swirl around you. And I'm going to roll the healing for that. It's 1d. It can heal 1 plus my wisdom modifier. That's how many times it's up. Like 1d6. That's it. 3 healing, and it stays up for. Give me a second. For 6 turns. So it's it'll be up for 6 turns, but it'll be just hovering over Cam's head, and every turn it will give her 1d6 until like it needs to move to someone else.
Very
And
nice.
that's my bonus action.
Such a good
It is so good. While that's healing, I'm just shouting, "Don't panic! Don't panic!" as I'm trying to slash at the one in front of me, and I got in that one.
That does
So
not.
I am panicking. I think it might be time to panic.
Yeah, you reach out. What sort of weapon you're wielding? A scimitar, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You reach out to slash at it with your scimitar, but you notice it is holding a shovel, and the way it moves the shovel just in time to catch the blade, and you collide with the head of the spade.
Goodness! Oh my stars!
All right, so that is your turn done then?
Yeah, that's my turn. Yeah, sorry.
All right, so the one that you just tried to hit, it's going to try and hit you back in a bit of a tit for tat, taking its multi-attack on you. That is going to be a... there's my rolls. That's going to be a 21 and a 16 to hit.
No, I disagree. The 21 hits, a 16 doesn't.
Okay, cool.
At 17 AC.
Nice. So that'll be 7 points of slashing damage from that one, please, as it
Goodness.
goes out.
Ow.
Just at you.
Please! A shovel is not a weapon.
Bonk. The black eye that you
Ow.
disagrees. and it is going to stay put as well. So and the other one is dead. So Wade, you're up.
So you see a flash of anger cross over Wade's face as he sees this creature start attacking Cam, and then he's gonna turn towards it, and he's just gonna like hold out his arm, and that same chromatic orb is going to come out of his palm. But this time, it seems a little bit brighter as he's casting it at second level. Let's see if it'll hit. I gotta roll the dice again because D&D Beyond is acting up. It's this one. The 9 doesn't hit that one, does it?
9 does not hit that one.
Oh my god! What a waste of a spell.
I
tried.
The spell flies by its head and disperses itself across the wall of the cave, unfortunately.
Maybe at least I caught its attention. That will be my turn.
Definitely saw it. But Cam, you're up.
You hear her just kind of quietly whisper to herself after getting healed. Right, Cam, you can't help others if you don't help yourself first. And she's going
I
to...
disagree strongly.
Does that healing happen at the start of Vix's turn?
I think my turn.
Okay, your turn. All right.
Healing word. I can do that on myself, right? Like I'm a creature I can see.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Close eyes.
Yeah, and I do that now.
I think I'd say you can see your eyelids while your eyes are closed.
Big brain. That's big brain. See, Dave, this is what you're DMing and I don't. You go, Dave.
I'm going to
Straight up.
heal myself
Your big brain, I'm
with
smart.
5, and then as she finishes like healing herself a bit more, she brings her hammer down to the one that's beside Aneth. Right there.
All right.
Her spiritual weapon.
Is that not
And-
also a bonus action?
Wait.
Healing,
Both?
yeah, healing word is a bonus
Healing word.
action. Spirit weapon is bonus weapons action as well.
Can you not use it as an action?
Unfortunately, not, for reasons that Chris Perkins is very adamant about.
Okay, so I will use then my actual hammer, because I didn't realize healing word was bonus action.
Just
If you would like to undo it and do something else with, do like a different healing spell, that would be fine, given the action economy.
No, I'll do healing word and I'll do my actual, my physical hammer. And a 9 hits that one?
It's that one. Yeah.
Okay. Why do I keep rolling 9s? What is this? For 10 bludgeoning damage.
How do you kill this one or re-die this one?
I imagine it was like kind of all one movement of like killing that one, and then she just kind of swings and turns around and kills the other one. She's just trying to kind of like pick them off. And as she crushes it, she looks over at Aneth and says, "Thank you for the help, new friend." And
Thank
she
you for
steps
helping me
in.
too, friend.
She's going to... Is she going to take an opportunity attack? She might. I'm worried. No, she's
Don't
going
do
to
it,
stay there.
Cam.
She's going to stay there.
Yeah, if you moved, you would get an opportunity attack from this one if you didn't move away from it.
I'm a little bit worried you're going to roll a 20, so I'm not doing that.
It hasn't happened yet.
You've rolled several dirty 20s, though, so and that hits.
That does hit.
Yeah.
There's my combat tracker. And speaking of things that get to try and hit you, it is their turn.
Well, hopefully I drew the attention of all these creatures.
Yeah, we're gonna roll to see who they attack, but it's gonna be slightly more appealing for them to hit you since you did a bunch of damage to them. But still, they're not very smart. Yep, they are actually both going to go after you. So the plan works. Multi-attack on the first one. 13 doesn't hit, right?
Me?
Were you asking me? No.
Wade doesn't hit it.
No, I got 15 with my mage armor.
The first one misses on both hits. The second one, however, does get one hit through.
Does it roll?
It rolled a total of 20.
Shield would help then.
No shield?
Well, it would bring my armor class up to 20.
Oh, it meets it, beats it. So,
Yeah.
all right. That's going to be 10 points of slashing damage from this claw. Excuse me, that is not right. 7. I can do math.
I don't believe you.
I just
It is 7 points of slashing damage, not 10. Yeah, 2 swings from each of them, just coming full at you. Fortunately for y'all, not a very productive turn for them, but that is their turn, and it will be back on to Anath.
with spirit, healing spirit.
Mhm.
It says an area of 5, like a 5-foot cube.
Yeah.
Is it like, does that like cover like I'm putting a token there? 'Cause, like I can do a thing. I don't know if I can. Put a token there. But, like it, because I like, is it like this much space? Give me a second.
It'd be one of the grid squares would be a 5-foot square.
Okay, all right. Yeah, no, because exactly, I wasn't sure if it was outward or if it was just in the square. So yeah, never mind. I would, if Cammy hasn't moved, it would still be keeping over Cammy. So like, I wouldn't need to use a bonus action to move it, but it still heals her by a d6, and it goes down to 5 turns. You have been healed by 5 hit points. Sorry, give me a second. Let me. There we go. You've been healed by 5 points, Cam. And then I am going to make my way downtown and then slash at this one.
Very cautiously.
Yeah, I'm running on pure instinct while panicking.
Yep. All right, so slashing at that one.
I got 22, baby.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Nice. And a 9 damage.
Very nice. This one is starting to look a bit hurt as well.
And using my bonus action, I'd like to use the archer.
Arch.
I shall arch at the one on Wade. He's coming to help. Don't panic, Wade. I got 9.
9 does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay, Wade. Don't panic. But I'm not there to help just yet. Give me a moment, please.
A streak of the light at the center of the universe flashes past your head and doesn't hit you, but also doesn't hit the thing standing directly behind you, unfortunately. But it is now your turn. Wait.
Are these things both still alive?
Unalive, but yes, they are looking as though they have taken damage. A lot of the green stuff is starting to come off of them, exposing the skeleton underneath.
Yeah, I don't want to run through all my spell slots. So I'm just going to try to slap the one to the behind me.
Got it.
Rock and grasp to the face. 22 to hit, baby. Finally, them dice rolling. 5 shocking damage.
You grasp it shockingly.
Firmly grasp.
Grip it by the husk. And just throw this electricity into it.
I'm going to flavor it just by, I'm saying I'm actually slapping its face.
Oh, yeah. You just reach out, wind up. You can hear the sound of the slap echo through the cavern as this electricity arcs from your hand into it. It's got a nice Wade-size handprint of like scorch right here from that.
Nice.
Would you care to do anything else?
No, I probably should have started with the Dust Devil, then I would have a bonus action to move it.
Ah, well. But in that case, it is Camriel's turn. What you gonna do?
Want to do some necrotic damage, but I don't know if they're gonna be like.
Make
In my turn.
check if you would like to know about necrotic.
If Cam would know that that's not a good idea. What is that? 7 plus. You said wisdom?
Religion.
Religion. Oh god, that has to be a minus. Yeah, so that would be a -2, I believe.
You're not sure whether it's a good idea or a bad idea or just that.
Okay, then she's like, that seems like a good idea. She's also going to smack this one next to her with an inflict wounds.
Ooh.
And see if that hits, because it might not. Come on, die. 17
That'll hit.
for 17 damage.
Wow. Yeah. It did not have 17 hit points. Actually,
Alright.
that's the other one. It had exactly 17 hit points. But let's see, 10.
This is what I was worried
cannot
about.
make. Oh no! There is a. If it rolls a natural 20, there's a chance that it goes to 1 hit point instead. That's a 4. So no, it fails its Constitution saving throw as you remove the semblance of unlife from it through your inflict slap.
Yeah, so it just seems like she exactly copies what Wade does in movement, except hers looks like a little bit like blackened when her hand is removed.
Yeah, the place where you make contact on its face starts to crumble and turn slightly to dust in the shape of your palm print.
Just where did you learn that one, Wade? That's I guess I have movement. I'm gonna back up just a little bit there.
That was your spiritual weapon still up, right?
Oh yeah, that was my attack roll. So, yeah. Okay, so I do have a bonus action. Another 9. I've only rolled 9s. Does not hit. Okay. She is kind of still feeling a little bit like beat up, and just kind of like goes wide with the swing because she's like kind of doing Milnir almost with it, like pulling it in different directions that she wants it to go.
I love it. All right, so you back up a little bit, and that'll be your turn.
Yes.
The one remaining creature has its turn, and there is somebody right in front of it, so it's going to take both of its claw attacks at you, Wade.
What I'm here for.
Why though? You're a wizard.
Wade became a tank is what's happening.
It's going to be a 12 and a 17.
I will. So the first one is just gonna bounce off of. Well, it's just gonna scratch. Well, actually, no, I don't have armor. That's just my dexterity. I'm just gonna like, oh, not today. And in that same motion, I'm gonna just like bring up my shield with the little crappy wave symbols. I'm like, sucker.
It just says water underneath it in parentheses.
Yeah.
You labeled it
Yeah, and you just like,
in wingdings.
it doesn't say water. It's just like baseball shoe. You deflect that second claw attack masterfully. And it can't really do anything else, so it is gonna be enough.
Perfect.
You can do this.
Clean him up.
No one need healing.
Just go for it.
Oh, for it.
I'm a
Be an app finisher.
The Anath Supreme Starburst Chocolate Mountain. Mountain Dew.
double fun.
Slam nat 20, baby.
Yes.
That's what it is. How do you do nat 20? Is it like two? Is it double dice or?
Double the dice, yeah. You can either roll 2 dice or just multiply it.
I rolled double. I got 7 plus my, I think it's 3. When the archer wants to give it, when they want to show me my sheet. Please roll 20. Please. Come on, I've had a nat 20, please. You're not meant to be doing this.
The suspense.
Plus, that is 9. That's 12.
12
my
damage. All right.
Is it dead?
It needs to make a Constitution saving throw. DC the damage plus 5 to not drop to 1 hit point. So that's going to be 17. It needs to make 8. It fails. Please describe how you would like to kill this thing.
The archer just pulls back, aiming down, and then just without any thought, as Anna's too busy, just checking up on everyone if they've healed. The archer lets go, and as soon as it hits, it just kind of explodes, and it reveals almost like the rest of the painting, as if I don't know if I'm freezing for anyone else. I was freezing on my end.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
Perfect. When it explodes, it's almost as if it reveals the rest of the painting, as if the entire room was one big painting of a starry night. And as it explodes, Anna just sees what's happened. Oh my stars! Is that all?
It seems
As my battle instinct almost kind of wears off.
It seems as though there are no more threats in this room, but if you do look to the side of the chamber nearest to where this creature was, looks like there's some of the green ooze has been discolored and splattered across the wall in an almost artistic form and remains.
My battle instinct stays half up. I would also like to know, I think it's beautiful that I killed it on a 12, being as 12 was the most rolled number all day. Pretty cathartic, some would say. Sorry. That's just me metagame. Okay. On your guards, fellas, and don't panic.
Right?
Is everyone okay?
I've had better days.
The archer will, on the final moment, hover over my head and then give me 1 healing before I drop it.
I'm gonna go
Actually,
check out this
could I do
crystal
2?
here.
Yeah,
it would be up for 4 more turns.
yeah, you can.
Anyone else need healing?
Yeah, I could use a bit.
Come here. As I rush over. And then the archer, for the last 2 dice, it'll heal you. I got 7 on mine. You get 8 healing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm here to serve.
I'm gonna check out this crystal. If there's nothing else in here, I think we should take some of these remains back to examine them.
You think they're safe to touch?
They're dead now.
What if they've been infected with something?
So we're here to find out.
While he's doing that, could I take out some of my I have a set of common clothes. Could I kind of just wrap one of the corpses up in it before taking it? She doesn't want to just touch the bare body, so she's gonna spend her time doing that.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
I'm going to pull out my magnifying glass and examine the said crystal.
And as you walk through this chamber, you notice that it curves off to your right, and there is another even larger crystal sticking out of the other side of this seemingly natural cavern. It sticks 15 feet out into the room from the side of the wall. It is enormous.
Could you let me know how long it would take for her to do that? Because I think next I would like to check to see if the tunnel that leads into this was like dug out specifically into
Um,
it.
You could probably get that done in a minute or two. It wouldn't take very long.
Okay.
Because your purpose is just so that you can wrap it up in a way that you can carry it without having to touch it directly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can very quickly do that. And you wish to inspect this tunnel?
Yeah, like they were holding shovels, correct?
They were.
Deadly shovels. Sorry.
So she goes over there and she's like, "Oh, that's someone was trying to get in here on purpose."
Investigation check for me.
14 minus 2, I'm gonna assume. So 12.
Yeah, it does look like they dug through, but it doesn't look like they had to dig very far. It looks like when they were building this wine cellar, they just barely missed this natural cavern.
Okay.
But yeah, there was maybe a foot or two of dirt and rock that had to be dug through to get into it.
Do I notice anything like I'm trying to inspect these crystals?
Make an Arcana check for me.
As
Oh no.
could I
It's a
inspect
12.
the goop on the wall?
Yeah, you may inspect the wall goop. Make a. What sort of information would you like to gain about the goop? While you're thinking about that, with a 12, you just being very attuned to the arcane through your magical studies, these are very obviously magical to you. The nature of it is not anything that you are familiar with. Though I'll say with a 12, it doesn't. It seems like they were trying to dig into the wall around to get to. It looks like they were trying to remove these crystals from where they are set. Just based on the digging. To what purpose? With the 12, you're not entirely sure. On an initial inspection, what these crystals could be used for, other than if someone wanted to channel a lot of magic into them, they certainly could. And Kaz.
I'm gonna go up to the goop, sniff, and just my main goal is to blow up and then act like I don't know nobody. But with this, I would like to inspect if it was safe to touch or safe to to even look, because if I don't know enough about it, someone else who's smarter than me might be able to. And so I'm just gonna safe if just to be able to just if it gives up the signs of
Yeah.
Because I've been in nature. I know what poisonous mushroom goop looks like, or poisonous, just natural goop.
Yeah.
And if it looks, just trying to see if it gives off the natural telltales of anything dangerous.
Just checking if the vibe is right on the mushrooms.
Yeah.
You know?
Vibe check the slime.
Vibe check.
Roll for vibes. That'll be a nature check.
I got a 12.
12. The thing that this reminds you the most of, you're not sure what this is, but this reminds you of a thick algae growing on a pond. Just this thick, slimy green goop. It smells slightly salty. You don't know that sort of algae to form on bodies of salt water, but it reminds you of that. And if that's what it is, it's you don't want to eat it, but it should be safe to touch.
I'm just gonna scrape some into a vial.
No. It feels gross. It's cold and wet and kind of sticks to your finger a little bit.
Oh, he slime from Silverleaf cellar. Well, I'm done here. What you doing there, Wade?
I mean, these crystals are magical, but I'm not familiar with anything like this. I think I want to put some of the remains of the creatures with like the thicker algae or whatever
Mm-hmm.
into my bedroll because I don't have anything else to really separate it in.
Mm-hmm.
Just throw it in there. I'm like, we should probably put something in front of this entrance and let Flynn and Mr. Silverleaf aware about this.
Do you think that maybe Mr. Silverleaf already knows about this?
Don't.
Because either that
Depends.
or the assumption would be that this happened very quickly, like they immediately became a problem, or because that could be really bad. If this thing is causing that sort of problem very quickly, that could be really bad.
That's. I imagine we can. We can interrogate him.
Oh, that would be fun.
See what he knows. Like
a good guard, bad guard sort of thing.
exactly.
Oh, but we have 3 of us, and 2 of us could be a good guard, or 2 of us could be a bad guard. She
I'd
just
be
kind of
bad guard.
I wonder if we could find a wagon to maybe bring one of these bodies back. Just give it to maybe the temple or like the Hall of Works, and we can just see if maybe they know something.
Yeah, it's a plan. See if they can figure something out. It's their whole purpose, right? To research and find ways to make this city more prosperous.
Okay. There was a
This just seems like
stable.
a health and safety hazard to me personally.
I imagine they have to haul their wine in something, like they don't just do it on foot. So let's go and do that. I don't know about you guys, but I need some rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're able to very easily head out of this cellar, passing by the shattered wine barrel, carrying your wounds with you, and make your way over towards the barn. It is like a stable. There are a few horses tied up in here still, and a rather large wagon.
Nice. So she would, yeah. I would take the body that she wrapped up and put it on there, and kind of just. I don't even know if she would try to go quickly back to town. It's like she's had a hell of a day, so she's just leisurely resting on this wagon ride back to
So,
town.
how many were you taking back? I know, Wade, you said you were going to
I
take
had
a
one.
different one back. So, one of each?
Yeah, one of each should be fine.
Okay. All right. Anything else you'd like to take care of at Silverleaf?
We should probably check if everyone's all right. We got the lights were out.
Oh yes, you mean upstairs. We can do a quick survey of the house, maybe.
We're just gonna I was gonna just pound on the door and like, hey,
Oh,
you okay in
yes,
there?
that's a lot smarter. That's a lot smarter and a lot quicker, I imagine.
And if they don't answer, then we can go back up and go through the window.
Yeah. Or we could even get someone to come investigate for us. I mean, Cam is exhausted.
Yeah, but I don't. If it'll take them a couple hours to get here, who knows what could happen in that time?
That's true. That's fair.
Cam just yells, "Hey, is there anyone here? You're safe now."
You
Then
just
waits.
project that as loud as you can.
Yeah. She uses thaumaturgy to kind of like project her voice.
Yeah, you can just hear
Goodness.
Cam's voice rumbling through this, audible clearly for quite a large distance, thanks to the nature of this divine magic. And after where are you stood next to the barn when you're doing the where?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, after that you see the door. You see like a light in one of the windows, a very faint light, almost like a single candle, and it pauses by the window by the door slightly, and the door creaks open a little bit, and you see like part of someone's face stick out, and then the rest of it, and you see a half-elven woman standing there, and she looks around. She like looks. Make a perception check for me.
19.
And you can see like clinging to her pant leg, sticking out behind one side of it. It's just like a little girl who's peeking around, also like trying to hide behind her mom, but failing at doing so.
Cam like doesn't realize she's still doing thaumaturgy, and they have like there's like a whisper yell where she's like, "Oh my goodness, she's so cute,"
But a stage whisper.
and then she like immediately shuts her mouth.
Yeah, but you do see the people come out, and they're like, "Is it safe?"
Cam just like nudges Wade. Tell them they're safe.
It's safe.
Where's Motivan? He went to town to get help, I guess.
Where the help? He's getting help himself back at the town. As in, he was injured.
Good.
Where the hell?
Thank you so much. I'm Elena. I'm his wife. Thank you so much for doing whatever you did. He told us that there was danger and to stay inside. And then
You did a good job.
Out of here on a horse.
Can you get someone to block that path in the cellar so that
With a juggling board.
There's a path in the cellar?
It's not safe in there. That's where the creatures came from.
Oh, you meant inside.
Or what they were
I was
looking for. We need to send somebody to investigate that. But we don't want anybody going in and out of there.
All right, I'll make sure the family stays out of there. We're not fighters. We'll stay inside and hide until someone comes back and tells us that it's okay.
It's okay.
Oh, but there's still danger down there, though.
I didn't see any. Did you see any?
There's some things down there that we don't understand yet. We don't want people messing around with it.
Not a safe workplace.
Okay.
There's a health and safety violation ready to happen. You should get an inspector down there. Actually, good point. Yes.
Okay, well, we'll make sure to keep people out of there until somebody comes back and can do that. Thank you again. And you said Wade is Wade. I don't know my own character.
Morvan?
Motivan is getting. Was he injured?
He was not looking very good, so he's getting help.
Okay. All right. It's been a bit of a scary evening, not knowing what's going on, but we're gonna stay here, and I'll make sure that nobody goes in there. Thank you again. Would you like to come in? Where are my manners?
We need to head back. I hope you don't mind if we borrow your wagon.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
There's some things we need to take back for the hall to research.
I am a bit parched though. Camel the
Yeah,
finger, and then kind of looks over at Wade.
No, I want to go in. I'm happy to go in.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, absolutely. Would you like something to drink?
Yep.
Water,
You have apple
wine?
juice. Apple juice, ideally, actually. Grape juice. No wine,
She
no,
puts
no
her
wine.
she puts her hand on Aneth when he like turns down the wine and is like, wine would be just lovely actually. Could we
Wine,
get
yes,
that to
okay.
go?
I will have any of your juices. All actually, yes, I'll have all your juices.
As soon as Wade hears her say wine, he looks over at Aneth and like, shoes, boots.
No, my boots are fine. Don't worry about it. They're fine. They're clean. They're clean. I promise.
I can smell them from here.
No, that's me. That's me.
And I can smell the wine.
No, I'm covered in wine. Fine, I take off my boots.
And then as soon as he does that, I start
I have a very tight grip on-
prestidigitation on them.
Yeah, your boots are magically cleaned in an instant.
Could have
I
said you did
told
this.
you the wine works. It makes it easier to get it out.
Yeah. Oh yes. No. Yeah. You got to soak him. That's actually
That's not how
a
that
wondrous age of magic
works.
and technology.
Okay, whatever.
I put my boots back
Cam,
on. Pretty shrunken, actually.
feel free to add 2 bottles of Silverleaf wine to your inventory.
I'll add one because we're drinking one on the way back.
And then I think we will start next session with making some Constitution saving throws because drinking and driving isn't cool.
Perfect.
What the hell, Cam?
All right. I think we'll call it there for tonight to pick back up in 2 weeks.